Hello. Um, we cover the topic of symmetry in this lesson. When we talk about symmetry, there are two types of them, rotational symmetry and line symmetry. If you can fold a shape in half such that the two halves that you have match exactly, they cover each other exactly, then the shape has line symmetry. And that line is called the axis of symmetry or line of symmetry. So if you look at this trapezium, this has one line symmetry. This part and this part, if I fold this part along this line, that will exactly cover the other part. Or if I fold it, that becomes exactly this shape, the left part of the shape. If you look at a regular hexagon, a regular hexagon is a hexagon with all sides and all angles being equal. If you have such a shape, you have six axes of symmetry. I have shown these axes of symmetries. There are six of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And as we said, each axis of symmetry divides your shape into two identical parts. A parallelogram has no axis of symmetry, and a rectangle will have two axes of symmetry. A square will have four axes of symmetry. That is for line symmetry. That, as we said, when you're folding, the two parts become exactly the same, or one is the mirror image of the other one before folding. Then rotational symmetry is when you rotate an object and it falls on itself during a revolution or 360 degrees of turn. How many times it covers itself is called the order of rotational symmetry. For example, if we look at this shape, if I turn this one full revolution or 360 degrees, we want to see how many times it will cover itself. When this comes and falls on this, when I'm turning this way, that's 1. Then again from here to here is 2. Then from here to here is 3. And from here to here is 4. So it has symmetry of order of 4. The order of rotational symmetry for this shape is 4. One important thing you need to be careful, if you turn something and it falls on itself after one full turn, it has no rotational symmetry. All right, we cannot say that it has one symmetry point rotational symmetry of order 1. We cannot have that. So there is no order of 1. So it is always 2 or more. When you're talking about rotational symmetry, it is always 2 or more. So here we have an example. They have given us this shape and they are telling us this is the axis of symmetry, and then you need to complete this shape because we know the shape has an axis of symmetry, which is here. Means there is an identical part of that on this side, or mirror image of this is on the left hand side of the left-hand side of the axis. So how do we complete that? You take any corner or any vertex on the given side and drop a perpendicular line. Perpendicular means at 90 degrees. Drop a perpendicular line to your axis and continue by the same amount. So for example, if this was 1.5 centimeter, I got to go 1.5 centimeter on the other side as well. And I get the mirror image of this vertex. This point is the mirror image of this point. The same with that, if I start from here and continue a vertical line, which in this case, this is serve as a vertical. So all I need to do, just continue by the same amount to the other side. I've done it here, and I got to this point. And the points that already on the axis of symmetry, they are their own reflection, so we use them as well. So now what we do, we connect the points that you got, this point and this point, to get the image of this, we get that. And then you connect this point on the axis and this point that you got as the image of this with a straight line to that. That will be the image of this. And that completes your shape. So the full shape is this. If they give us half of the shape with the axis of symmetry, that is how we complete the shape. Thank you for your attention.